Hello and welcome back to another episode of NexusCraft here on Blue Nexus Gaming. As you can tell, judging by the current time, I don't have enough time to actually record all of these videos before it's time for me to switch to my D&D campaign. There are drowned zombies and glow squids over there. Okay, well, that's an interesting development. I've done nothing since the last episode. I've done plenty, but nothing in-game. Where was I? Looks like gathering diorite, some polished stone, mostly diorite. Or smooth stone, not polished stone. What am I saying? I had to refill the furnace. That's right, I had to refill the furnace. Now I remember. Okay, that's accurate. Okay. So yeah, I was working down here, I think? Yeah. Oh, that's what I did. I went and I finished this line going that way, and then I dug back out this way. Now I need to go through the floor here in order to pick up more materials, because I need all of the materials. Yeah, YouTube has been very weird on their ability for me to upload. I have no idea what's really going on with the YouTube in that department. Like, I look at it on my computer and it tells me, oh, it's fully uploaded. And then I look at it on my phone and it tells me, oh, you have this video that's ready to watch. But no, it's not fully uploaded yet. It's still uploading. And it's like, well, which is it? Is it uploaded or is it uploading? Because one tells me it's already complete and I can delete the video from my phone and record a bunch more videos. The other tells me that I need to not delete the video from my phone, because if I do, you're going to mess up. You know, is it safe for me to delete the video? And YouTube doesn't tell me this. YouTube just tells me, oh, it's uploading. But don't worry, if you check from your computer, it's already uploaded. It's like, which is it? You know, the app seems to be way behind in relation to how advanced the browser version of YouTube actually is. But because I'm uploading through the app, I have no form of being able to tell whether or not something is actually wrong with YouTube, because I'm on the app, which, if you ask me, is a really, really stupid excuse. It's not even an excuse. Like, that is not a reason why the app should be giving this issue, because the app should never give this issue. Okay? This should not be a problem that the most popular streaming service in the world actually has. This should not be a problem at all for any streaming service, much less the most popular streaming service in the world. Like, people having difficulty being informed as to whether or not their content is actually uploaded or not is doing nothing beneficial for the platform of YouTube. The only benefit they have is their servers, which are dedicated servers specifically built for handling approximately 10 uploads per day per person. 10 uploads per 10 uploads per account per day per person. Or maybe it's just 10 uploads per account per day. Even still, their streaming service is specifically built to handle this workflow, and yet they can't. Why can't they? What is YouTube's major malfunction? Why can YouTube not manage to handle its basic functionalities that it was built for? By one of the richest companies in the entire world? I'm sorry, if the richest company, most invasive public security company in the world cannot handle the simple act of informing me whether or not my video is properly uploaded, I'm gonna have to go for a vote of no confidence, because all of a sudden I ain't got no confidence in them because they're putting out one of the world's shittiest products. Twitch doesn't have this problem. Vimeo doesn't have this problem. Okay? Heck, porn sites don't have this problem. Why does YouTube have this problem when all of their competition doesn't have this problem, including the adult entertainment sector? Why is this suddenly a problem? It shouldn't be a problem. This should not be a problem at all for YouTube or any of its competitors. We are in the year... What year is it? I don't know. We're in the year 2020 something, okay? It doesn't really matter what year we're in. We should not be having this problem. Like, that much is very obvious. Now, one thing I don't remember is, was this the pickaxe I was going to be running into the ground, or was this the pickaxe I already repaired? Easy way to find out. Hey, Anvil. Yep, this is the one I'm running into the ground. Okay, in that case I have done nothing yet compared to the previous videos. Which means my Gboard is going to be sitting there on screen as I name my pickaxe. Yeah, I think I might have found a way around the uploading issue, in that I need to upload the video as a private video first and then schedule it for release after. After it has completed its upload. And I think that will fix whatever is broken with YouTube. Because clearly something isn't functioning properly. Obviously. Like, it is blatantly obvious that something is not working properly on YouTube's end. And I don't know what it is, and I don't really care what it is. All I care about is that it's fixed. I want it fixed. Okay? I don't care if you got it castrated, I want it fixed. Yeah, I am barely using these materials faster than I am collecting them. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this. Okay, now it looks like I kind of just need to get everything situated with the storage. Okay. That case. Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 right here. Okay, now I just need to take all of these blocks out. All of the middle row, all of the upper row. Well, I guess the upper row is the middle row, but you know, all of these materials in between can be recovered for later use. I did look up the nearest slime chunks and spawn chunks and all that, and I have come to the realization that this base is in the middle of nowhere, because the simple version of how to phrase it is that the closest place is a few hundred blocks away, and that's putting it mildly. The less mild way of putting it is that there ain't nowhere around that has anything useful for me. Okay, now I want to clear cut over to this side. Yeah, I suppose I should fill in this. since that's going to technically be where the barrels are located, is right up against this wall. It's kind of pointless to actually leave the wall installed. Speaking of which, if we're not if we're not keeping that wall, we actually can bring this in by one. Okay, let me just recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, because we're moving over that wall as well. No, that's right, we're leaving that. Okay. Placing the barrels on the red, leaving the area in front for lighting, as well as decoration. Hop up here real quick so that I can go ahead and go through, get all of the reinforcement along the back done. I'd forgotten that I even needed to actually decorate up here with these blocks. There we go. Now I'm able to just fill in the sides here. That's technically already filled in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. Plenty of materials to recover here. Okay. Collect all the materials that I just released from its, from its use. Now I am able to fill in all of this material. one block. Seriously? Whatever. Okay. Right. Because I was going to move all of these barrels back. I forgot about that. Wait, seriously? It landed on the top? Okay. Now, since all of these barrels are empty, I can actually move these. This is the side for dirt. Therefore, I can very easily just pick up these 20 barrels down here, except for the very last one, which was not empty because it had grass in it. And then I can just move them over here. Just move the entire setup back by one. Everything will be fine. Okay, now I take my axe and I start gathering up these barrels. And now here's a sneaky little trick that I can do. I can go through and start organizing all of the barrels based on what's supposed to be in them. And the easy way I can keep track of what's supposed to be in them is by placing down the barrel behind the one that I'm looking at. And this will allow me to very easily gather all of the materials that was in that one specific barrel and just go ahead and very easily deposit them all. Yep, makes it very, very easy to just navigate what each little section is doing. Sadly, I don't think I will be able to do that repeatedly, seeing as I don't have access to the barrels above. But I think that will be fine. Just kind of going through and making sure all of the different sections have plenty plenty of materials because I know that, yep, as I figured, these sections over here are actually a lot more difficult to work with because they are kind of just one line. I mean, I know these barrels were all full of dirt, therefore that's not a surprise to me. Yeah. Then for these, well, as you can see, the dirt is being stubborn. I shall, however, go forth with gusto as I continue to fill in all of the storage. I don't want to unleash all of the storage just yet, because I still need to make sure that I actually pick up all of this dirt. In addition to making sure that all of this dirt doesn't despawn, I need to make sure that I have stored away all of the dirt. Therefore, I must act with rapid response in order to ensure that I have properly stored all of the materials accordingly. Yep. Roughly what I assumed would happen. Let me break the one from below there so it doesn't actually glitch out on me. Let's see, the majority of them seems to be right here. Therefore, I shall work from here. Doot, 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 doot. Now I can just do a little one-to-one measurement here. Onwards to the next barrel. And since each of these barrels was full of dirt, I can verify very easily whether or not I have all of the dirt. doot. Doot, 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 doot. A lot of this dirt is just going all over the place. Not really much to be done about that, though. Doot, 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 doot. And some dirt out here. Looks like that might have been all of it. Yep, that was all of it. Cool. I was worried about that. Wasn't sure I was going to find it all. But I managed. Or so I believed. Well, that's weird. Where'd those three go? Huh. I managed all the way up until that. Well, that's just weird. There's the rest of the dirt. Yeah, that's just weird. Okay. Let me check the ceiling, maybe? Maybe the ceiling knows something. Nope, not looking like it. When does this come out? Yeah, it doesn't know nothing. Well, that's weird. It's not on top of this? Nope. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, that is just weird. Okay, whatever. I apparently randomly had, what, 3 blocks of dirt go missing on me? Yeah, weird. Weird and random. Anyways, let's push these back a little bit. The cobblestone having a little less wiggle room to work with. Specifically that much. Let's start with the mossy cobblestone and the cobblestone stairs and the cobblestone slabs that are supposed to go there. And then we can work on properly installing these barrels so that we can pick up this cobblestone right here. Which has casually just been lounging at my feet. And then we can just start installing all of the barrels for all of these other sections of cobblestone. Now, I'm going to break these barrels of cobblestone first, because what I need to do is I need to install behind these barrels some barrels of my own. And then I can go ahead and regularly fill in all of the cobblestone that I have found. Oops, I should not be holding that while I'm doing this. Just go along here, see what I can pick up. Only 2. Okay, well, in that case I'm going to be jumping for a lot of this. And restock. Reminds me of those old arcade games where it's the first person shooters and you gotta point down to reload. It's just like, out of ammo, reload. Oops. There we go. Matter of fact, I can even do that. Just reload that. Now I've got those 3 barrels filled up. So yeah, I have a D&D session scheduled for later today. The alarm will interrupt the recording process, most likely. I know it will go off during the recording process. I don't know if it will actually full-on interrupt the recording, but it will go off during the recording, one way or the other. My D&D game is scheduled for 6 p.m. my time, which is to say Eastern Central Daylight Time. However, I don't think we're currently in daylight savings, which means it's just Eastern Central Time, basically. Or no, it's Central Standard Time, or Central Daylight Time. I'm not too familiar with the specifics of time zones. It's at a time at some point today. Let's put it that way. My campaign is definitely starting to get interesting. The players are starting to get really interested in the campaign. I have a Rune Knight fighter, which is playing a half orc, half Goliath, with, I believe, an Outlander background. Then there's the character I'm playing, which is a wizard, and they have the Lore Mastery archetype. A wizard of the Lore Mastery archetype specializes in modifying the element of spells. Therefore, the Lore Mastery Wizard is able to perform feats along the lines of sorry, had to break a bunch of barrels and unleash a bunch of cobblestone. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Lore Mastery Wizards are able to, for example, cast a Radiant Element Fireball is one option, as well as Necrotic Element Fireball is another option. Basically, if you can manage a Lore Mastery Wizard, you can manage to possibly undo a lot of the balancing of the game, because you can just suddenly obliterate pretty much any enemy that is thrown in front of you simply by virtue of Fireball. Like, my Fireball alone is more than enough for most enemies to be able to just die from it. And now, so close. I was like, and now I can gather all of these ones up top, and it's like, nope, here's another fistful of cobblestone. So close. Yet so far. Okay, now I can start clearing out the cobblestone on top of this area. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. Needing to reorganize cobblestone, or just any mass storage system, can easily result in a lot of just moving of items into storage chests or barrels. If you're lucky, you get to use a hopper. If you're not so lucky, like me, you gotta do it all by hand. Okay, not that one. There we go. Now I can just go through, fill them up one at a time. Doot, 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 doot. Yep. Plenty of storage to be had. And of course, because I can't actually see where I'm clicking on any of these, I don't know which barrel is which. Because I have an issue with pattern recognition. Therefore, I struggle to actually see the patterns. Which means that I struggle to differentiate one barrel from the next unless I'm looking at their front. I am surprised that I managed to actually go through all of these barrels without managing to completely mess up everything. Like, I didn't lose any cobblestone that I'm aware of, which I find pretty amazing. Let me go ahead and eat. That allows that cobblestone to pop into my hotbar, huh? Okay, well. There. Now it's not cobblestone. Depositing all this cobblestone is really boring. What do you want me to tell you? It's cobblestone being deposited into a barrel. Of course it's boring, you know? Make sure I'm topped off there. I jump. I look over at the next one. Here we are. Okay, I grab all of those. Then I just start loading them up. Okay. Now I get to plant in all of these barrels, therefore none of the cobblestone from these barrels up top here can land in those little nooks and crannies, making collection much easier. Because now I can just do this. Just very easily fill in all of the gaps on all of these barrels. Okay, there's that one done. Just kind of rapidly spam clicking all of these materials in, because I know there's a lot of them all over the ground, and I know that a lot of things can very easily go wrong in such a situation where you have just resources sprayed out all over the ground because you went and broke like 5 double chests worth of stuff. And they were all full, and so you're sitting there going, well, what am I gonna do about any new items that show up? Well, here's what you do. You pray no enemies die in the meantime, while you continue to rapidly throw as much cobblestone as you can back into your storage system. Because if the spawned item entity limit does go, beyond its limit, then it's going to delete the oldest item first. I learned this by playing Minecraft Java Edition, in fact. And you know what? I've found that that statement is actually pretty accurate. It's pretty well made. It's pretty well built. It will just delete the oldest items first. Therefore, if you want to make sure that your items are not getting deleted on you, the easiest way is to just make sure you deposit all your items really quickly. Boop, 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 boop.